Well, hello, friends, and welcome on this Monday to Ref Product Essentials. I am your host, Nicole Coil, and I am going to be taking you through the entire Ref Stockholm product care and style line today. So, couple housekeeping things. If You're welcome to join on camera if you would like. If we wouldn't mind keeping ourselves muted through the duration of this session. If you do have questions, though, feel free to unmute yourself and ask your questions. Absolutely, because we can create this as a conversation. You don't just have to listen to me the entire time. Also, you may utilize the chat box as well for any questions or clarifications that you might like. So let's go in and dive into everything ref, hair, and style. So, as always, I find it so important to revisit who is the brand that we're partnering with, Ref Stockholm. So, our brand started in the early 2000s in Stockholm, Sweden. And our founder, Jan Ersberger, who's the older gentleman in the picture, that is his son, Edward, who is now the reigning CEO of the company, had a vision of creating a beauty care line that was sustainable, really gave a nod to the environment, but also more importantly was high performance. So when I think of words that define Ref Stockholm products, and it doesn't matter what we're talking about, it could be the shampoos, the hairsprays, our hair color. Those three words would be protective, reparative, and restorative, because that is something that Ref expertly does. We take high performance hair care that is going to help protect, repair, and be restorative for all hair because we truly, truly believe that beautiful hair begins with healthy hair. So that is the journey that we are on. You'll see us use the word refine a lot because that is something we are consistently doing, refining our own products, refining our line, refining the way we do hair and the way that we work with our partners. So we are always in a constant state of refinement, which is a good thing, right? We don't always change things just for the sake of change, but we are not afraid to look at, hey, what could we add? What could we do better? Right? So we are constantly refining our hair journey together. So couple product philosophies that speak through Ref is our vegan formulas. We're sulfate and paraben free, cruelty free. We use natural and organic ingredients. Our product line is extremely versatile. We'll go through a lot of the versatility, specifically with our styling products that a lot of people are unaware of. Very high performance. Again, protective, reparative, and restorative is going to be the theme that you will see throughout all of our products. Our commitment to climate compensation, because we do care about the earth. We care about our carbon footprint, and we always, at every chance we get, want to make sure that we are giving back. To the environment, to the earth, where we do get a lot of our ingredients from. And then we'll talk about some of our unique healing and protective systems that we have that make our line protective, reparative, and restorative. When it comes to our styling line, you may have noticed that there are some numbers associated with all of our styling products. So these are the styling reference numbers. This is our unique numbering system that we have. And before Ref became the wonderful big company that it is, when we were starting out, before we even named all the products, we gave each product a number. And this styling reference number indicated how much hold, shine, and volume that particular product would give to your style. So that's our unique numbering system. So each styling product has its own individual number. For instance, Hold and Shine Hairspray is number 545 because you're going to get a 5 in hold, a 4 in shine, and a 5 in volume. On our scale, 0 means none and 5 means everything. So that's how the scale works. So when choosing your appropriate styling products, without even looking at the name, you can look at the numbers and truly decide which product is going to be best for you or for your client. A system that we utilize in every single thing that we manufacture, whether it's our color, our shampoos, our hydrating cream, it doesn't matter, is all going to contain our color preserve system. Our color preserve system is a full spectrum UVA UVB filter system because, again, we are all about protecting hair, and UVs are one of the largest damagers of our hair. Not just our hair color, because yes, that definitely can play a toll on our hair, but also on just the overall health of our hair. The dryness, it can lead to protein loss. So we put a UV filter system, which is our color preserve system, in everything we manufacture because we believe that every head deserves UV protection. This especially goes well when we're talking about color aging because we don't want color to age. We want it to be as vibrant as long as possible. We don't want it to fade. So now you can rest assured that no matter what Ref Stockholm product you are grabbing, your color is going to be protected. Another system that we have in there is our strengthening quinoa protein system. So we call quinoa the keratin of nature. I think of this like a multivitamin in every single thing that we manufacture because you're going to find the strengthening quinoa protein system in all of our products. So the reason why we've chosen specifically quinoa protein for our products is because A, it's a vegan protein. Being a vegan company, we knew we wanted to rely on something that was vegan and non-synthetic. The second reason why we've chosen quinoa is because it's immense power. It actually has a lot of capability to it. First and foremost, yes, the protein on it. So quinoa protein has an amino acid chain that's the closest to our bodies. So our bodies recognize it as something we can metabolize and utilize very efficiently. A lot of us know quinoa to be a superfood, but when we're talking about topical utilization, so being in products, we utilize it extremely efficiently just as well. With quinoa protein, you also can't over proteinize with it. So there's no worry about overusage, which there are certain proteins out there that if you overdo it, it can actually weaken and start breaking the hair down because it's too much protein. But we never have to worry about that with quinoa. Quinoa is also naturally shiny and helps with water retention as it has the capability to help hold on to those water molecules to help prevent dehydration. So when we're thinking about a vegan protein that can help strengthen our hair and protect our hair, quinoa is really the best choice that we could have for our products. In our product segments, we're going to talk about our hair care leave-in products, products that are going to protect, add volume, texture, and style and finish. Let's begin with talking about our wash and care. So this would be our shampoos, conditioners, and all of our masks. So starting off, again, 100% vegan. We have our two systems in there, color preserve and strengthening quinoa, and sulfate free, paraben free. Very important, nice clean ingredients. One of the pieces that make us very high performance is our science. And here we're looking at the science of our pHs. pH has a lot to do with performance. It has a lot to do with the health of hair. So we have expertly designed our shampoos, conditioners, and masks to pHs that are going to bring most benefit. So you will notice that all of our shampoos are a pH of 5.5. The pH of hair in its healthy state would be between 4.5 to 5.5. When water hits hair, water is usually pH of 7, which we consider neutral. When that 7 pH hits hair, it actually helps to open our hair cuticle. That's why if you rinse your hair and you don't do anything else to it, it might feel a little extra dry. It might become frizzy because the water pH has opened up that hair shaft. What we're doing with our shampoo pH of 5.5 is we are gently closing that cuticle down a little bit from what the water has done to open it, but allowing it to maintain open enough that we can get these beautiful and healing ingredients inside the hair. Conditioners are a pH of 3.5. So these are all of our regular conditioners. What this is going to do is really close and seal that cuticle, locking in all those beautiful ingredients that we have in our products. And also what this does is by closing the cuticle shaft is going to help prevent moisture and protein loss. So you're going to have longer hydrated hair. Your color is going to last even longer. So pH is another reason why all of our shampoos and conditioners are also color safe. The only differences within the pHs will be in our hair and body shampoo, which is a pH of 7. And once we get to that product, I'll explain it a little more. And then all of our masks, our treatment masks and our color boost masks are a pH of 4.0. And again, I'll get into best practice with how to use those at that pH. The first series we're going to talk about is our Intense Hydrate series. I love how all of our products are named that you know exactly what they do and who they are for. Our Intense Hydrate series is a beautiful, very lightweight, intensely hydrating line. So this means even fine hair that needs extra hydration can use it, or coarse, thick, wiry, curly hair can use it as well. It supports all those different structures. The hero ingredient in this one is coconut oil. So coconut oil that we use is refined down enough that can actually penetrate into the hair shaft. So it doesn't sit on top of the hair, causing extra weight. So we are able to hydrate truly from within. And we also have bergamot oil in our Intense Hydrate series. Bergamot oil not only smells wonderful and is extremely hydrating, but it also helps to increase circulation. This type of activity is actually very positive for creating a very healthy scalp biome. So bergamot oil actually helps to create a nice environment. So for on the scalp, so if you do have clients that tend to be a little sensitive on the scalp, maybe suffering from any type of scalp irritation, maybe they have psoriasis, some type of other ailment that causes sensitivity, this would actually be an excellent product for them to use due to the coconut and bergamot oil, as it's going to be very healing and soothing on the scalp. Again, also very hydrating and lightweight for the hair itself. In our Intense Hydrate, these are all the offerings we have in the various sizes. I love this because you can see exactly where we have all of our travel size product availability as well. So we have our shampoo, our conditioner, our treatment mask, and the Care Companion, which is one of our products, is our Intense Hydrate styling cream. Our styling cream is definitely part of our care line because it's a prep product, but it does double as a styling product as well. So when we're talking, somebody have a question? Oh, no, sorry. Thought I heard someone speaking in with a question. If we wouldn't mind putting ourselves on mute just in case, so especially so I don't get confused. Thank you so much. So the Hydrate Cream is our styling companion that also will be a styler. So when we talk about flexibility with our products, versatility, that is something that we're going to very much be hitting on. Ultimate Repair is our series for hair that needs a little repair. It needs some help. It's either naturally weak or maybe has gone through some stressors that has caused it to become weak, such as chemical processing. Sometimes we take new medications. There are changes in our bodies that can make our hair grow and weaker. So this would be the beautiful series for any guests that need extra strengthening for their hair. You are going to find the highest concentration of our strengthening quinoa protein in this series. And remember, you can't overproteinize with quinoa, so there is no limitation on how often Ultimate Repair should be used. The hero ingredient in this one is maru butter. Now, maru butter is very special because it has the ability to put a sealant on the hair that is completely weightless. And what this sealant is going to do is going to help further lock in moisture and protein. And with that sealant on, you are going to get longer lasting repair results. So that is how this product is so special. And overall, this is something that Ref does very well with its product as well. It's not so much that we have just all these wonderful ingredients and healing properties in our products, but we have, from a scientific standpoint, figured out the best way to hold them in the hair for those long lasting reparative and protective results. Illuminate color. So a lot of the time, people will look at this line and focus on the word color and think this is just for our color treated guests. Well, you wouldn't be wrong by assuming that. However, Illuminate color is our I call it our standard normal line. This is our shine line. This is basically hair for all. So I really want you to focus on the word illuminate because that is exactly what this line does. It adds so much reflection and weightless shine to the hair. So it really illuminates all hair, not just color treated hair, uncolored hair as well, natural hair. So if you're looking for extra sheen, then it's going to be the line for you. A really great ingredient that is in Illuminate Color that will assist with color preservation is linseed oil. Linseed oil is also known as flaxseed oil. This particular oil serves as an artificial pigment binder. It's very common in the artist world when we're working on painting on canvases, but they use linseed oil to help the pigment stick to the canvas. Well, we use this same principle and we have put it in our Illuminate Color. So if you do have color treated hair, this is going to even better assist with the holding on to that color throughout the lifespan of that color service. If you don't have color treated hair, this is just going to give you so much shine, reflection, and hydration. The Care Companion and Illuminate Color is our brand new Illuminate Color Instant Shine. This is our glass hair treatment. We'll describe it a little bit more in detail in a moment. But that is the Care Companion for Illuminate Color. And the key ingredients in Illuminate Color that really help it be the powerhouse it is number one, acai oil, which is extremely lightweight, very reflective, and so packed full of antioxidants. And then also sweet almond oil. This is very rich in minerals and fatty acids. It's going to help heal and protect the hair as well. You're going to get a lot of shine from it as well. But again, it's a weightless shine. And that is something else you will see throughout Ref is how we are able to create so much shine in our product without adding a ton of extra weight. Now, our weightless volume series is very special with how we at Ref do volume. Traditionally, there are a couple ways that brands have done volume when it comes to their shampoos and conditioners. If you have ever used a volumizing shampoo and conditioner in which even after the conditioner, the hair feels kind of hard or dry, those tend to be high pH shampoos. And what they're doing is opening up that hair cuticle to make the hair appear fuller and thicker, which it does, but that actually leaves the hair strength at a very vulnerable state. So we don't want that because again,
Would you like an e-receipt?
hold on one moment, friends. I'm
For
going to
shopping at the Home Depot.
do a little mute there. Okay, perfect. Thanks so much. So that would be a high pH example, and we don't want to do that. So we want to keep our pHs at a very balanced level. Another way that a lot of brands tend to do volume is by the additive of a depositing agent on the hair that actually puts a deposit on the hair shaft to make it appear fuller and thicker. Well, what this can do over time is actually weigh the hair down because you're constantly putting a deposit on the hair. Well, we didn't want to do that either. So how we do our weightless volume at Ref is we prepare the hair and scalp to put it in the perfect state. So when we do style the hair, you are going to get the best response possible from your hair. And how we do that is really by our hero ingredient, which is grapefruit oil. Grapefruit oil is very lightweight, very hydrating, cleansing oil. Right? A lot of the time we don't think about oils being cleansing, but they actually are specifically citrus oils. Think about when we're polishing our wood furniture at home. A lot of the time they're going to have orange oil, lemon oil, grapefruit oil in them. And one of the reasons why is because citrus oils are very detoxifying, very cleansing, but also hydrating. So that is why we have chosen grapefruit oil for our weightless volume because it has the ability to really, really detoxify and cleanse that hair and scalp, removing buildup, removing extra oil that's on there. But what's great with weightless volume is because the grapefruit oil is so hydrating, it's going to rehydrate your hair and scalp as well. And that is a missing piece for a lot of volumizing products. So because we use this weightless oil, we're able to hydrate. For those clients that tend to be excessively oily, they have a lot of sebum production. This is definitely a recommended shampoo and conditioner series for them because this can, in fact, help balance their scalp biome out to help prevent the overproduction of that sebum because we are in turn not overstripping what's there, but rehydrating as well. The care companion for weightless volume in this series is our weightless volume refreshing mousse. Another wonderful ingredient that we have in this series as well is rice protein. So what's really special about rice protein is, yes, it actually is a protein that can help strengthen our hair too, because if we are talking about very fine hair, that also needs to be strengthened because it tends to be weaker. What's great about rice protein is it's going to help increase the protein load to the hair. And it's also got a very high amino acid content. So we're going to do that very effectively. It's also very soothing on the skin. So it's very soothing on the scalp, very soothing on the hair. And so this is really wonderful, those guests specifically that have that little bit finer, weaker of hair that is looking for volume. Our Cool Silver shampoo and conditioner is our toning series for levels 8, 9, and 10. You can use this on levels lower than 8, but you are going to see the most result out of this on blondes or white or silver hair, but the blonde should be level 8, 9, or 10. Best practice with Cool Silver, as this is a toning product. This will neutralize the brassy or golden appearance coming through in hair color. Again, whether it's artificial hair color that we're doing in the salon, or if it's your natural blonde, natural gray, natural silver. The power ingredient in our Cool Silver is blueberry oil. This is not where we actually get the pigment from, but this is a lightweight oil that's going to hydrate and add lots of antioxidants into the hair, again, protecting it and keeping it strong, keeping it healthy. We also have linseed oil in our Cool Silver as well. So the heavy pigment loads that we have in our Cool Silver are really going to be high performance, not only because the pigment load that we have, the pH of the product itself, but also the addition of linseed oil to help that pigment bind to the hair for longer wear. So you're going to see those neutralizing results for much longer. In our Cool Silver, you are going to see the deepest coloration come from our shampoo, which our shampoo is more of a cobalt kind of blue violet shampoo. And then our conditioner is a little more of a lavender. So it's a little bit more of a soft violet when it comes to the neutralization of yellow tones. You can use Cool Silver shampoo and conditioner together. You can just use one or the other. You can mix half and half with any other preferred ref shampoo or conditioner. That would absolutely be up to you and your recommendation to your guest. How often you can use Cool Silver shampoo and conditioner, that would be up to what end result are you looking for. You know, how much warmth control do you need? Some people do use it every time they shampoo, and some use it once a week, once a month, or however feel is needed, sometimes even more in the summer when we're out in the sun a little bit more. But because this is a toning product, best practice, I do recommend leaving it on the hair at least 2 minutes because that allows those pigments to really make their way into that hair shaft for best neutralization of those tones that we don't want to see. Now, here was our special hair and body with a pH of 7.0. So our hair and body was designed from head to toe. Therefore, our skin pH does need a slightly different pH than our hair and scalp. That's why this one's at a 7. The hair and body was designed for the man in mind. However, it is a very universal product that all of us can enjoy. What's very special about the ingredients in hair and body, number one is the sweet almond oil that's in there. So sweet almond oil, and then we also have arnica oil in our hair and body as well. Both of these have very similar properties. Sweet almond oil, for one, can help with the dissolving of dandruff. So if you have a client that has true dandruff, sweet almond oil is going to be an ingredient that they are going to get a lot of benefit from. But that aside, almond oil and arnica oil have a lot of similar properties. They're both anti-inflammatories as they increase blood circulation, which is a very good thing for our scalp and our skin and our hair. They're also wound healers. This is really great because when we're thinking about the man in mind, this product was also developed to help reduce razor bumps, razor burn, ingrown hairs. Not only are we using this as a hair and body wash, but we're using this as a shave balm as well. So when you're thinking about skin irritation, almond oil and arnica oil are very much going to assist with soothing the skin and preventing, like I said, the razor bumps, the razor burns, the ingrown hairs. That being said, this isn't a product just for men. We have so many women utilizing hair and body as their shave balm and body wash for the same benefits that the men can enjoy from it as well. The aroma is very biodynamic, which I appreciate. So it leaves you with a wonderful, clean feeling and aroma. You don't walk away smelling just like a man. So ladies, do not be afraid to try this one yourselves because it is so wonderful. Our color boost masks, have been reinvented, redesigned, reformulated, and are absolutely fabulous. So our color boost masks and our treatment masks are both pHs of 4.0. Our color boost masks come in an array of shades. We do have a few more that are going to be coming out in the future. So stay tuned for those. But what we have also done is we have taken the shades and given them an associated number that also is reflected in our color line, right? So now we have shades that we can choose that mirror a lot of the shades in our color line. So it's very easy to recommend the shade for our guests to go home with. Our color boost masks are unique as you don't have to just have color treated hair to utilize them and enjoy them. They really are for natural hair as well. It's all about what do we see or what do we not want to see, right? Do we want to see an enhancement of a color or do we need to diminish the appearance of a color? So think of them like toners because that's essentially what they are. How we use our masks. So this might be a little different from other masks that you may have used. So when it comes to our color boost masks and our ref treatment masks, those ones that are in the puck, they are true treatments. They are pHs of 4.0 because the idea is you would first start with your preferred ref shampoo. Rinse the shampoo, towel dry your hair. Apply the mask. So whether it's a color boost mask or one of our ref treatment masks, you only want to apply enough to feel a little slip on the hair. If you see the product too much, you may have overused the product. And these are very concentrated, so a little goes a long way. You want to wait 5 to 10 minutes. 5 minutes minimum because you want to make sure that the product has the appropriate amount of time to do its job. If you don't have 5 minutes, then I would just recommend using a regular ref conditioner as your conditioner that day. Up to 10, you can leave it on up to 10 minutes, only because you're going to hit maximum absorption at that point. If it goes over 10 minutes, don't worry, friends. Nothing bad is going to happen. You can actually leave it on as long as you want. It's just you are going to hit maximum absorption and potency at 10 minutes. So we won't really do any more over that. After the 10 minutes or however long you've had it on, you want to go ahead and rinse the mask out and then apply your ref conditioner because you remember your ref conditioner has a pH of 3.5. And what this is going to do is further seal the cuticle, which is going to seal in that product. It'll seal in the color or it'll seal in whatever treatment you have on there. And that is how you are going to get the longest lasting benefits from our masks. Talking about moving into our prep products and styling products. We'll start with our Shine Elixir. This is a very mid-weight shine product, which I love because even fine hair can support it. If you have fine hair that's dry, it'll support it just fine, all the way up into really coarse, thick, very robust hair. Shine Elixir is fortified with camellia oil and also rosemary oil, which is very healthy, specifically for the scalp. Helps to take care of that scalp biome. This is a beautiful product because not only does it add shine, massive amounts of hydration, but you can add it to just about any other ref product we have to increase the shine and to increase the hydration. So this really is a nice product to start cocktailing with a lot of others. Anytime you have curly hair, those guests definitely are in love with Shine Elixir as they add that very mid-weight. I like to think of it as very almost weightless, to be honest, as far as an oil goes, as like a shine oil. So you're really going to like the weight of it. But again, even the coarsest hair will soak it right up and still feel like they're getting the hydration that they need. Our leave-in serum is where we're going to start seeing the introduction also of blow dry protection. So you will start notice the little blow dry icon at the bottom of the screen next to the products that indicates that this product is ready to have a blow dryer heat with it. We do have a heat protector that is rated for direct thermal protection. So we'll get to that one in a minute. But starting off now is we will be seeing our blow dry protection. So our leave-in serum is a great, I like to think of it more as a product for leave-in for hair that needs a little extra treatment. So a little extra protein, a little bit extra moisture. So this is going to be kind of more of our treatment leave-in. You're going to notice a reduction in flyaways. It's going to help smooth out the porosity of the hair, which again in itself will take care of the flyaways. It's got organic coconut oil. So again, we're getting that really nice deep hydration that's not too weighty. If you love cutting hair with a razor, I can't tell you how much enough I love this as a cutting balm because it really does help that razor glide along the hair. So you would use this even as a detangler. This is a beautiful detangler. We do also, though, have a detangling spray. So this is a spray delivery system, whereas our leave-in serum is a pump serum that you would just work in your hands. So detangling spray, you can spray directly into the hair. It's fortified with organic peach extract, which again is very, very good for the hair and scalp, creating a nice biome. We do have blow dry protection in it as well. This will help reduce flyaways as it adds a lot of moisture into the hair, and a lot of the time we get flyaways because there's not enough moisture in the hair, but it is completely weightless. So even the finest hair can support this. We do recommend shaking the bottle because there can be natural separation between the ingredients inside. So I would just say just either a little 1-2 shake and then you're ready to spray. Great products also for little kiddos as a detangler. Very nice light aroma, and it doesn't ever feel like you get a buildup with it. So you can use it as often as one. Here's a pro tip as well. If you have curly hair and you need to revert your curls, maybe because you slept on them and they've flattened, or maybe they're getting a little frizzy throughout the day, you can refresh your curls by spraying detangling spray in them, which will end up reverting the curl itself without causing extra frizziness, like what would happen if you spray water in it. So great product to help revert curls. Also, if you wake up and you have bangs and your bangs are a little funky and you need to hit them with a dryer, I love taking a little detangling spray, spritzing it in the bang area, and then going through and blow drying, and your bangs will look fresh as if it's day one. Get It Straight 241. So now we're going to start getting into some styling product, true styling products, because you're going to see the numbers on there. So this has a hold of 2, a shine of 4, and a volume of 1. The name tells you exactly what it does. This is a tool to help get your hair straight. If your hair naturally goes straight or your client's hair naturally straightens very easily with just even rough drying it, they probably don't need this product. This would be for anybody that needs assistance with their hair going into a straight look. This is thermally activated, so you do need the heat of a dryer or a tool to really solidify that straightness in, to really get that hair straight. You're going to see a huge reduction in frizz and flyaways. It definitely has anti-humectants in there, but it is also hydrating at the same time. And you're going to get a lot of the shine, not just from oil that we put in, but we also utilize the mineral mica, sustainably sourced mica in a lot of our product. So you're going to get a lot of reflection from that as well. And that's a way that we keep the weight of our products down a little bit while still increasing shine. So this product is best when used in damp or wet hair with the blow dryer to straighten it. If you are re-straightening dry hair, you only want to use a little bit of Get It Straight on dry hair and then hit it with the dryer, and you can go through and create that straight look as well. Something that it does for curly hair that's not straightening it that I love is for if you have a guest or yourself and you have a head of curls that doesn't need to be enhanced, but needs to be elongated. Maybe you're trying to get your curls to drop a little bit and you want that elongation. I use Get It Straight as the balm, the styling balm in the hair, and then just air dry the hair. Because it does have a little more molecular weight to it, that Get It Straight will help to pull the curls down a bit, helping to relax them slightly so you can get that elongation. So there's a wonderful pro tip for how to not enhance your curls, but how to stretch them out a little bit too, utilizing Get It Straight. Heat Protector 230 is our thermal protector. So this is rated for direct heat. And direct heat is anytime the heat is directly touching the hair, like an iron, flat iron, curling iron, crimper, hot rollers. All of those types of tools definitely need direct heat protection. This one is rated up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit or 230 degrees Celsius. It is a liquid heat protector, but that doesn't mean it's only for wet or damp hair. This is a wet dry product. You will also notice that it also has styling numbers. So it has a hold of 2, a shine of 3, and a volume of 0. So what this means is this is going to give you a little bit of hold in the product itself. So if we are curling hair and you spritz with heat protector first, you don't need to follow up with a hairspray, let's say, if you have hard to hold hair, because this is going to help hold your hair for you as well. And again, it's not just for curling. It is also beautiful anytime we're going to be using a flat iron on the hair as well. If you do blow dry this with this in the hair, it can reduce your blow dry up to 30% in time. That is a lot. So if you have clients that have a ton of hair and blow drying might not be their favorite thing at home, this is a product that will help get them there sooner while also protecting them from the heat. Stay Smooth 141 is our smoothing cream. So this is a 1 hold, 4 shine, 1 volume. This is absolutely a wet, dry product. It rehydrates hair very lovely. Even dry hair, if you wake up, your hair is pretty smooth, but you have some dry ends. I love running this through the ends of the hair. This is for anyone that tends to get a little frizzy. Anyone who needs a smooth cuticle. Okay, this doesn't mean it's going to straighten the hair because straight hair and smooth hair are two different things. You can have a smooth cuticle that's wavy in a very voluminous style, but you can also have straight, smooth hair as well. This is a perfect companion to use in conjunction with Get It Straight. This is also a great companion that you can use when going curly or doing any type of style where you just need assistance getting that cuticle down shut smooth. Curl Power 244, and I'm gonna also talk about Curl Cream 244 because you've probably noticed they have the same numbers. Well, let me tell you how they were originally designed and how you have the opportunity to use them yourself. So Curl Power is our original curl enhancing cream. We have a lot of products at Ref that work very wonderfully in curly styles, but we have two that are expertly when it comes to enhancing the actual curl, and Curl Power 244 is one of them. So Curl Power 244, I would recommend for medium to thick coarse hair because this is going to give you a lot of hydration and some really nice structure to the hair. But generally speaking, hair that's medium to thicker and coarse naturally has a little more structure to it. So this one's going to focus a lot on the hydration. Curl Cream 244 was designed to be Curl Power's partner for our friends that have fine to medium hair. So you're still going to get some beautiful hydration benefits out of Curl Cream 244, but you are going to find a little more structure to this product because finer to medium hair does tend to straighten out a little bit easier. It needs a little bit of extra help with enhancement just due to the nature of the wave or curl pattern. So this is going to give you that extra boost for hair that's fine to medium. That being said, please feel free to use it on any head of curls that loves it. I have so many clients that have coarser hair and they adore the curl cream, and I have clients that do have finer hair that love the curl power. We can all agree in the hair world that no two heads of curls are created equally. So it's about finding the product that speaks the best to you and your environment and where you are. But generally speaking, that's how they were designed, but both are excellent enhancers. Fortified with blow dry protection as well. So if we're diffusing, we are covered. Styling Mousse 435. And then we also have our favorite mousse, and I'm only saying favorite because it's a top seller, Fiber Mousse 345. So let's talk about differences because a lot of us are familiar with fiber mousse being the fun polymer fibers that are created when we activate the product with our hands and go in and blow dry. It really is a gorgeous universal product for wet or dry hair. Did you know you could use fiber mousse or mousse in dry hair? You absolutely can. You just want to follow up with the heat of a blow dryer afterwards to kind of go back in and restyle. But here's the difference, and here's why I don't want you to forget about Styling Mousse 435 because it's such a beautiful styling product. The biggest difference between the two is the hold. So if you have a client or a head of hair where they fall flat very easily, they have a hard time holding shape. You need more hold in your styling product. And that is where something like Styling Mousse will be the superior product for your guests. They're going to get so much longer lasting volume, so much longer lasting shape because the more hold you have, the more memory you're giving to that hair. So that hair will remember to stay in that style longer. So that's the biggest difference. If you have finer hair, I would absolutely recommend Styling Mousse because you are going to get a much better hold from it. Now, that being said, fiber mousse is a little bit more hydrating than our styling mousse. So if you have curly hair, this is a really great go-to because you're going to hydrate while you're creating that structure. Lots of curly heads are absolutely obsessed with fiber mousse. What's great about it is it helps to really create the curls, control them from frizzing throughout the day, but it won't weigh them down and it doesn't enhance them either. It doesn't have that natural enhancer because not all curls actually need extra enhancing. So whether you're air drying, blow drying, diffusing, fiber mousse is such a great product for all. That's why I think most of us use it. When using either in dry hair though, anytime we're using product in dry hair as opposed to wet, I always say cut it by at least half. We want to use about half the amount of product in dry hair as we do in wet hair, but you can still style the same. So take your blow dryer in, still do your little sectioning, freshening it up. Even on day 2 or day 3, this is going to work for you. And because of how lightweight they are, they do break down. So you're not going to feel an excess of product every single time you put it on. Little video showing our beautiful polymer fibers in our fiber mousse. And then let's get into our volumizers. So our true volumizers, we have root to top 335, and then we have thickening spray 215. So these are some of our true volumizers. Root to top was designed for wet or dry hair. Again, we're very versatile. We want you to be able to style on day 2 and day 3 or 4 or 5, however long you're going. We're not shampooing every day, but it is thermally activated root to top. So what you want to do is give the can a shake. Again, anything in a can and ref, just best practice to give it a little shake due to natural separation. And it's got a cleverly designed concentrated nozzle. So the product will really go where you aim it, which should be at the root. Once you spray the appropriate amount of product for you at the root, you want to massage it in to kind of activate the product. Then you can go in with your blow dryer and style as desired. As the hair is cooling from the dryer is also really going to help activate that product. But as it cools, it's going to set and solidify. So you are going to have gorgeous root volume all day long wherever you put it. And again, if we're doing this on dry hair, we would do the same thing. Apply the product where you want it, hit it with the dryer, and then as it's cooling, it's going to set so you can have long-lasting volume at the root all day long. Thickening Spray 215 is our topical thickener from root to end. So this will allow us to create a thicker, voluminous look all over. So it is topical, it is buildable, it's not thermally activated, but it does have blow dry protection in it if you are putting it in damp hair and want to blow dry, or are applying it to dry hair and want to blow dry it in. I love thickening spray because it acts as, I call it the little jacket. So you spray a little bit, it's like putting a little jacket on. The more you spray, the more jackets you're putting on. So you're able to thicken up the hair to your desired level. Sometimes you want a little bit. The more you spray and layer on, the more you're going to get. So I really like this product for that. Another way that I use thickening spray that I very much enjoy is for my clients that want to find a texture spray product that's extremely light. So ever since the beginning, even before we got our texture spray, which I love so much, I've been using thickening spray as a form of a texture spray, or like almost a very light hairspray, like the non-hairspray is a great way to use it on dry hair as well. So if you have a client that's looking for a texture product that's extremely light on dry hair, this is definitely a go-to. But thickening spray overall can be used in wet hair, dry hair. It can be used, like I said, like a hairspray that's the unhairspray. Ocean Mist 303 is another beautiful texture product we have. It is a sodium-based spray that is a wet spray, but I don't like thinking of it like a salt spray because it doesn't quite behave like a lot of the salt sprays that I've tried, because it doesn't leave your hair hard or crunchy or dehydrated looking at all. Your hair is actually ends up looking very healthy. It's got a lot of movement to it. It looks as if you've just been in the ocean air, not that you've just doused yourself with a bunch of salt water. So I really love that. You can spray it in wet or dry. It's going to give you a nice medium hold, and a nice medium volume too. It does have a sodium base in it, so you're not going to get a lot of shine. It's a very matte spray, but it does have blow dry protection in it. So if you are using it in damp hair, or are diffusing it or drying it, with a round brush and a dryer, you're covered on that one as well. This is another product very similar to detangling spray that I like to also use to reactivate curls that might need to be reactivated. Intense Hydrate Styling Cream. So you will notice that this doesn't have styling numbers on it because it is a care companion. However, it really does behave as a styling cream as well. So it's going to be, if you think about Stay Smooth as a styling cream, Stay Smooth 151 is a styling cream, or sorry, 141. It's similar, but this one's going to be more on the moisture side and less on the styling side. So they're very similar, but this one's going to give you a lot more moisture. You can use this in wet hair. You can also use this in dry hair to rehydrate those ends as well. It's going to give you lots of definition and control. Curly heads absolutely are loving this. So this is our most hydrating leave-in product that we have. For hair that's really coarse, I so much like using Shine Elixir in conjunction with this to really boost that shine and boost the hydration of hair. One of our products that has dominated the Swedish Beauty Awards for the past couple years, and actually this year, we just got our new Illuminate Color Instant Shine nominated as one of the potential winners of a Swedish Beauty Award. So that's very exciting for us all. But our past year's Weightless Volume Refreshing Mousse. Think about this as a dry shampoo mousse. It's got a potato starch base in it, just like all of our dry shampoos. You will see there's no styling numbers, so we still qualify this as part of our care line, right? This has really been designed to refresh the hair and scalp, to add lots of weightless volume. Again, we're utilizing our grapefruit oil here for cleansing purposes, but also hydration purposes as well. So you are going to feel hydrated after using this refreshing mousse. So I don't know if you've really used a hydrating dry shampoo before, but this one is it. You can absolutely use this wet or dry. A lot of us are mainly using it dry because I think that's just how we use dry shampoos, but you absolutely can use this wet as well. You want to give the can a good shake, dispense however much you want in your hand. Usually I start with about a ping pong ball size, and then I gently kind of soften the product between my two hands, kind of like in a clapping motion. And then I go into my hair and scalp and massage the product in to activate it. So friction does activate the product. So rubbing it in, brushing in, it will feel damp right in the very beginning, but don't let that scare you or fool you. It will dry within seconds, and then all you'll be left with is fresh volume. Getting into our hairspray. So let's start with our flexible spray 333. Right down the middle, medium shine, medium hold, medium volume. This is a beautiful working spray. It's very close to our hold and shine. Our hold and shine is just going to be a little stronger in hold and have way more shine to it. But they're both absolutely wonderful working sprays, very pleasant aroma. They all have UV protection in it. All of our aerosols do. They do not have blow dry protection, but you still got the color protection in there. One hairspray that we do have that does have blow dry protection is our Firm Hold Spray 545. The reason why is this is not only a gorgeous pump wet hairspray, but because of how it's designed is you can use this like a spray gel as well. So we are using this a lot of the time as more of a spray gel styling product, not just hairspray. So that's why you're not going to see the word hairspray on it necessarily. So yes, we can absolutely use it as a hairspray on dry hair for holding a style. This is actually my favorite hairspray in the entire ref line because I enjoy having a few seconds to work with the product before it's completely dry. We can't do that with aerosols because they come out immediately dry. I like having a couple seconds to manipulate the shape how I would like to. This is also wonderful because I can use this in damp hair. So if I'm styling shorter styles, if I'm going to be diffusing some curls, I will spray this in first before my diffusion. Lots of shorter hairstyles, gentlemen's styles are loving this as a spray gel, just spraying it in and blow drying to the shape that is desired for them. So much versatility there. Our most hydrating spray by far, and our most, like I said again, versatile because we can use it in so many different ways. Then we have our Extreme Hold Hairspray 525. This is the set it and forget it. So if we're finishing up those gorgeous styles, we don't want it to move and we want to protect it from the elements as much as we can. This is the spray to use. This is not a working spray. This is definitely a finishing spray. Yes, you can brush through it at the end of the day, but make sure that you are done with your style by the time you do that. Our newest addition is our Stronghold Hairspray 533. This has originally launched in travel size. A lot of you have already may have it or have seen the travel size. The full size companion partner is here. So it is shipping. So you'll be seeing that if you haven't already. This one is designed very much for the man in mind with the aroma. I gotta say it's my favorite aroma though, almost of anything in the ref line, but this is going to give you a really great hold. It has a hold of 5, but it's not so hard like our extreme hold. So this is still a working spray. It's still brushable, it's still touchable, but the more you spray, because it's layerable, you can increase that hold on it. Our Shine Spray 050 is pure shine. I also call this one our hair perfume just because it smells so good. But shine sprays you always want to use as your finisher, as the last thing you're doing on a style to add so much reflection and shine. What I appreciate about 050 Shine Spray is we don't rely just on oil for shine. We lean on the mica that we have in this product as well to be reflective and help with the shine. So you're not left feeling oily, greasy looking. You just look very, very reflective. Our root concealers are a potato starch base as well. So our root concealers, our dry shampoo spray, and then also our texture spray have beads in the can to help with the moving about of the product, the mixing of the product inside. So you want to make sure with those 3 products that you shake the can until you hear that little bead rattle around like a spray paint can. But our root concealers are wonderful because they are a shampoo soluble root concealer that come in 4 shades. They come in dark blonde, light brown, dark brown, and black. So because they're shampoo soluble, you don't have to worry about them sliding down your face. You can't sweat it off. You can jump in a pool and it won't go anywhere. It will absolutely stay put. So we always recommend when we're selling these to our guests to ask them to either not have it on when they come in for their root touch-ups because it does hold very well. But if they do, you can just take a warm, damp cloth and buff the product off. It doesn't have to be 100% off, but just buff it off to ensure that your color will penetrate. But other than that, this is one of the premier root concealers because it will give you concealment until you shampoo your hair again. Our Frizz Tamer 130 is our favorite pocket pal to help control frizzies, flyaways, those little pesky hairs that stuck up. We have a lot of gentlemen using this in their beards and mustaches, not only to hydrate, but control their barbious hair as well. This also can be used as an eyebrow balm as well. It's got a little spoolie on there, so it's great for that. So it can help control your eyebrows as well. So this really overall is such a wonderful product to have. So you look picture perfect all day long. Dry Shampoo 204 is another one of our dry shampoos. This is our traditional classic spray dry shampoo. Again, we use a potato starch base, so we're not using talc or any other type of base. You want to give this can a shake until you hear that bead rattling around inside, and then after that, you can spray wherever you want this product. Whether you're using dry shampoo to really be a cleanser for the scalp, help to refresh the scalp or hair, or you're using it as a texture product. A lot of us hairstylists are using dry shampoos for texture, not so much oil absorption. So no matter which way that you are enjoying using dry shampoos, Ref Dry Shampoo is going to be one of your best friends because of it's so light. And you don't, if you shake it up enough, you won't get that overly powdery residue. Now, make sure with dry shampoos, you do remember how they were designed. They were designed to be sprayed into the hair, dry a couple seconds, and then massaged in or brushed out. That is best practice when using any type of spray dry shampoo. And we have our waxes. I love our collection of waxes. These have been redesigned over the years to be 100% vegan and for wet or dry hair use as well. The easiest way to understand our waxes, because we've got a few of them, are the lighter the color the puck, the lighter the hold you're going to find. The darker the color puck, the stronger that product is going to be for you. So that's why we've had them organized this way. So Fiber Cream is going to be your lightest, most pliable, flexible puck. And then our rough wax, which is back. We've been waiting on it for a while, but it is back and shipping now to you. Our rough wax is going to be our strongest maximum hold wax that is very matte. And depending on where you want your shine in between, just look to the numbers because they'll always tell you what these individual products can do. Sculpting Gel 433 is, in my opinion, such a beautiful styling blow dry product. A lot of the time we think about this product just for short hairstyles, but really this can be for anybody. I love using it in blowouts. Think about sculpting gel like an enhanced styling cream because that's exactly what it is. It's like somebody took a hydrating styling cream and added a nice hold of a medium gel in there, and this product has been born. So if you have a client that has hair that does need extra hold, even if it's longer hair that we're giving a blowout on, I encourage you to try sculpting gel because of its hold factor is going to really help that style stay all day long. It's got a nice medium shine to it. There is mica in this one as well. So you're going to see that beautiful reflection that's not just shine because of oil. And then you're going to get a nice medium volume from this as well. So whether you're doing a short hairstyle or a longer hairstyle, this is such a great product to use anytime you need a little extra control. And then our Rough Paste 404, this is one of our original paste, our original wet dry paste. It's so lovely, it's pliable, it's flexible. It's one that doesn't fully harden over time. Yes, you can get your structure out of it, but you can also brush back through it, move it around a little bit as desired. we always think of short hairstyles when we're talking about usually pucks, pastes, and pomades, which is true. But another way that I love using rough paste is when I'm creating my perfect buns, ponytails, braiding. This is such a beautiful product to have on your hands when you're capturing the hair because it really keeps it all together in a pliable way, much easier than just spraying hairspray on it or something like that. And then, friends, that is it. We have come to the end of all of our product. Oh, I see we have a question. Can you talk about the difference between leave-in serum and the Intense Hydrate Care Companion? Yes. So the difference is the Intense Hydrate is going to be just moisture. That one is just pure, like huge amounts of moisture, where leave-in serum is hydrating, but it's not as hydrating. And leave-in serum is also going to have a little bit more protein in it. So if you have hair that's compromised, right? So think about maybe our ultimate repair guests, they would benefit more from leave-in serum, whereas intense hydrate would be more for those guests that need extra hydration. But how about this, Megan? Could we use them together? Absolutely, we could. Sometimes we actually do need the best of both worlds in there. So this is where we come to the end of all the products. Again, if you have questions, keep popping them in those boxes because I'm happy to keep answering them. As always, we have our little survey at the end to let us know how you've enjoyed your educational session today. We always want you to join us on the social media channels. We're on Ref Stockholm Official, Ref Professional. We're on the Facebook group. If you haven't joined our North American Ref Facebook group, please do, because it is a great place to come and find a lot of community, and we share all things ref. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody that took the time to join together today for some ref product knowledge. I hope you've enjoyed. Again, my contact information is in there if you have any questions, comments, concerns, requests, grievances, whatever you may have. So I hope you all have a beautiful Monday, and we'll catch you somewhere on the ref road. Happy styling.